Hello people, Greg the Wild Hippie back once again. Back on the modelling bench. I've had a couple of weeks off of, yeah, I've kind of lost my mojo a little bit, but I kind of also want to build models. So I'm going to try with this one. This is Revell B17F Flying Fortress. I've made one of these before. I built her up. I'll tell you in a minute. I can't remember what one I built up. It wasn't Knockout Dropper, which is on the box. Because I a bit of a dirty old man. I like the naughty nose art. Buccaneer. I built up as Buccaneer. I don't want to do Knockout Dropper, so off eBay, I bought some aftermarket decals. Yeah, bought two sets. The first lot. I didn't realise, you know, because it wasn't particularly well labelled. It was literally just numbering, lettering and numbering, which was really annoying. So I bought another one which has the actual nose art on it. There's several in here. I haven't decided which one I'm actually going to make yet, but yeah. So combine with some of the old decals, some of the original decals that came with the kit, and these two should be able to make quite an interesting model. Someone commented on the last time I built one of these to, you know, slow down a little bit and show some of the surface details. So I'll attempt to do that now for you. As you can see, it's all raised rivets. How well you can see, yeah, it's all lots of raised rivets and stuff, which is really annoying because I'm going to lose all of that detail around the seam lines. Yeah, I'm not sure how accurate it is. It looks a little bit overkill to me, but yeah, hey ho, we'll make of it what we can. I was messing around. It was a few months back now, and was attempting to do some interior for this kit, because this kit comes with no interior. So I was attempting, you know, a bit of a cockpit, only a bit of one, and a you know, bombardier and navigator's position. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember how far I got with trying to make them fit, but I think I got them to work to a point. There's only one way to find out. Try and put it together. I might give up and just use the interior that comes with the kit, because excuse me, you know, you can't really see it anyway. So yeah, yeah, there's not a huge amount of parts in this kit. Everything is here as far as I can tell. Yeah, so I'm gonna, I think we might be missing a propeller. No, we're not. It's right there. They're all there. They're not broken. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna sort of make the start, see what I can do, and yeah, I'll get a bit done, and then I'll bring you back and probably do some build sequences with you. So I'll see you shortly. I always have this fun and game with doing American World War II stuff. I can never remember what Humbrol colour is the interior green, and it's so difficult to find out on Google. Because every time I look, it either just gives me nonsense, or I'll get RAF interior green, even though it's American, it's cockpit green, and the British is interior green. And after much, you know, wailing and gnashing of teeth, I eventually found one that I had, which is the closest. It's matte, Humbrol matte 88. There's probably someone screaming at their computer screen right now, or their phone right now, watching this, going, "No, it's not that one, it's this one." But yeah, oh well, never mind. And also, it's on the interior of a B17, especially this Revell one. you can't really see anything anyway, so doesn't matter. But yeah, I've done my sort of part of a cockpit. If I can find the control yokes, I'll put them in, but you're not going to see them. Yeah, I just thought I'd try and make this kit a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun to build, and so far it's just caused a bit of stress. So I'm going to clean up a bit of flash on the fuselage, and then we'll try and get those bits in. Obviously, I'm going to paint that, and paint that bit of the navigator and bombardier's position. I haven't got a bomb sight, unfortunately. The place looks like one, but I haven't got a bomb sight or anything that will probably do as one, so I might just go without. But yeah, I'll have another look through, see if I can find anything that might be suitable. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can get this together. See you in a minute. Right, so I've got the fuselage together, well, sort of. Yeah, what seems to be annoying is, despite my best efforts, the nose doesn't actually want to stick together. I'm going to have another go. I mean, you can't really, you can kind of see in there. There is a gap between the end of the cockpit platform and the inside of the fuselage, so it's not that that's stopping it from going together. It's just being an arse, which is most annoying. But yeah, I'm going to have another go at trying to get that to glue up. If not, then it's going to be filler. The bulb thing there, or whatever it is, I think I'm going to cut that off and see if I've got something in the spares to replace it with, or maybe scratch build something, I don't know, because that's just crap. I'm not happy with that at all. So yeah, I'm going to have another go at trying to stick that together, and I will bring it back. Right, okay, so I'm finally back on with this. I've had about a week just doing odds and sods with it and doing other things. I've been quite busy. I need to sand that bit back a bit. But yeah, she's been filled, sorted out the underneath. I did find a replacement doohickey, whatever it's called, the thing that sticks out underneath the bottom, so I'm going to try and, well, I'll just super glue that on right at the end. But yeah, it's largely ready for paint now. As you can see, I've masked off to do the upper side. I was going to spray the upper side now, yeah, but then I thought, you know, I'll get the wings on first. I'll get the wings and the rear stabilizer on. The rudder's a different colour, so I'll leave that off. But yeah, so I've got to do a little bit more sanding on the top where I put some extra filler in. I don't know how well you can see that because the screen keeps going off. Yeah, so I need to redo that. Yeah, there's still a lot of work to do on the front of this. So yeah, well, I'll crack on, and I'll bring you back when I'm about to put the wings on. See you shortly. Right, okay, so I had a look at the decal sets that I got off of eBay a while ago, and I've decided I'm going to do is available, because I really like that nose art. So yeah, we've got the transfer for that one. I was a little bit confused because yeah, there was is available too, which is a B17G, so obviously this crew got upgraded, I would imagine. But yeah, so I thought, oh, there's two, one each side, because there was a few B17s that had nose art on both sides, but obviously wasn't this one. But yeah, yeah, it's quite confusing. So as I was going through, I was seeing a lot of these which are obviously Fs, possibly Es, but most likely to be an F, and then the blurb on it says it's a G. So I don't know if there's any B17 buffs watching this. Was the chin turret added on the later models, and the first ones still didn't? I just had the forward firing machine guns. But yeah, theirs is available too. I might make that one because yeah, I do like the silver B17s. I mean, there's thousands to choose from, wouldn't there? But yeah, I might get another revell, research these ones and see whether or not the waist guns were staggered. But yeah, but I'm going to do, yeah, it's available. Yeah, I did it. So we've got that for there. So we got a case for the tail fin, and you got most of the lettering. But I'm actually glad that I bought the wrong one now, because I bought another set off eBay because it wasn't clearly marked. Because I saw these nose arts and thought, oh yeah, well, I like to do 2 buttes or any of these really. Again, mistakes possible. You know, saying it's a G when that doesn't look like a G to me. G, F. There we go. That one's right. But yeah, I mean, I saw this on eBay, and it wasn't until I received it and then went and looked in the blurb on the description that there was no nose art in it. It's just your markings. So you've got all your numbers, and all your letters, your triangles, your squares, all of that jargon. So yeah, I'm really glad I've got that now. Which means I'm going to be able to get the right markings on to barely make this one. So that's enough waffling about decals. I'm going to get on and do some sanding. Right, so I've got the rear stabilisers on. It's all masked up underneath, ready for the olive drab for the top. I hope there's enough left in that can, otherwise, you know, the masking up will be an almost complete waste of time. But yeah, the way the destructions are laid out is you've got to put the undercarriage in before you build the wing. Which is a bit annoying, but I can understand. So I've already gone ahead and painted the undersides of the wing in that nice grey colour. So yeah, that's all good to go. Just waiting for the undercoat to dry on the undercarriage, and then I can paint that silver and get them stuck in, masked off, and then glued into position. So yeah, I'll bring you back when I'm ready for spray. Hopefully, as I said, hopefully I'll have enough in that can to do the job. So yeah, I'll bring you back then. See you shortly. Yeah, something else is vaguely annoying during this build is at some point I have misplaced my big blob of blue tack, which I use for I use it for nose ballast, and also I use it to put the cocktail sticks in when I'm doing painting. And yeah, it's vanished. It was on here. I haven't got a clue what I've done with it. Most bizarre. Looks like I'll have to get some more on payday if the motorbike doesn't swallow all my money for its MOT. But that's another story. So yeah, see you in a bit. Right, that took long enough. The wings are on, even though that one's decided it wants to droop, which is really annoying. But yeah, all masked up, ready for spraying. I'm going to try and sort out that gap, and then we'll be ready for spraying. So right, in a bit. Right, she's had a spray of the olive drab. Yeah, there was just enough left in the tin to do a reasonably good coat. It's not perfect, but neither was the original aeroplane. So yeah, so I let that dry. I'm gonna that's it. Trust the box. Yeah, going to do a bit of detail painting on the engines. So yeah, I'll crack on and do that. I might even set up the tripod and let you watch me do part of one of them. yeah, I'm just going around the model and just looking at a few bits and pieces where the masking has largely done its job. I don't mind the little bits where it sort of picks up a few rivets and that. I don't mind that. But yeah, here, yeah, I'm not happy with that. So I'm going to get me olive drab enamel out. Hopefully it's close enough match, and try and sort that out, make that a little bit nicer. Yeah, I'm gonna do that now, and then yeah, I'm really happy how it's looking so far. First time in a while I've actually done pretty much the whole model in, well, everything in sprays. I know the rattle cans, but it's the first time I've ever really sprayed a model, and yeah, the hours of well, so probably about an hour in total of masking has paid off largely. Like I said, there's a few bits, and you'll never get it perfect. But yeah, it's definitely worth the effort. So yeah, I'll sort out those bits, and then I'll bring it back when I'm about to do the yeah, the something. Right, okay, so I've masked off and painted the rubber leading edges. I can't remember what they're actually called, but they were to prevent ice forming on the leading edges of the wing and causing the planes to lose control, which did happen. So they put little rubber balloons on the front of the wings to break the ice off. So yeah, I've just painted those in. I've just noticed I need to touch up that back one. But yeah, so I'll leave that overnight to dry, and then yeah, take the masking off, and hopefully that's worked. Bring it back over the bench. I've painted up the props. The yellow needs a second coat. I'm still waiting for the engines to dry fully before I can varnish them and do a wash. So hopefully the green will be dry tomorrow, and I'll be able to get that done. So yeah, yeah, that's all I can do tonight. So I'll see you in the morning. No night. Not sure how well you're going to make that out, but the rubber black, the little balloon things on the wing, on the leading edges of the wings and the tailplane, have actually come out really nice. I don't think the camera's, well, you're sort of getting it, yeah. So you can see it better in some lights than I can actually see it with the naked eye. But yeah, I know I should have sanded the front of the wings, but I don't know why I forgot to do that. But I'm out of the olive drab, and my olive drab paint has come out gloss, which is really annoying. So I'm hoping that when next stage, well, I'll put the rudder on. The rudder is painted. I'll probably put that on in a minute. I'm going to leave the engines off for now, but they'll get a coat of varnish separately. So I'm hoping when I varnish this, it will unify all the finishes. So yeah, yeah, I'll do that in a bit. I've got a few other things to do first, and I'll just go around and just double check everything is okay, as good as it can be, and yeah, I'll report back in a bit. Right, okay, so they're all done and ready to go. So yeah, very happy with how they have come out. Yeah, really good. So yeah, I'll leave them for one side for a minute. Let's take you over to the, sorry, itchy hand, to the main body of the aircraft. Yeah, so, oh, wheels just falling off. Not to worry. Yeah, in my haste, I forgot to paint the exhausts, so I think I'm going to paint them now, and then she'll be ready for decals. The guns are all painted, ready to go in. Getting the guns into the cheek positions is going to be fun, but I reckon with a pair of tweezers and a bit of cussing and swearing, we'll be able to manage. So yeah, I'm going to get on and paint them. I'll see if I can do it on this table. I'll see if I can set up the overhead and show you how I do it. Right, okay, so she's starting to look like a B17 now with her wheels on and everything sorted out. So yeah, let's. How does she look on her wheels? Yeah, I really don't like these the undercarriage on most B17 models. I've said it before, they always seem so flimsy and often end up sitting at funny angles no matter what you try. The best undercarriage on a kit I found of a B17 was the Airfix one. That was really strong. Hang on, yeah, this is the Airfix one I made a few months ago. Yeah, so I said about the door being open, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the undercarriage on this is really rigid, and there's so many parts to go in on the inside that there's a few bits that go in on this so you can't see, which just really strengthens everything. And then the support, the struts that come forward add really good strength to it as well. So yeah, that's really cool. I mean, why they all can't be like that, I'll never know. But anyway, back to the F. Okay, so that's set up pretty well. Quite happy with that position, I think. We'll do what we can. So yeah, I've got a nice shiny silver. I've got like a bronzy colour, and then I've got a rust for dry brushing. So we'll start off with the nice shiny silver. I have just noticed something. I was looking at it going, that looks weird. I don't know whether you're picking up the sort of the white powder finish that's like all over it. I've got a state of that. That's that Humbrol. Yeah, that Humbrol. This stuff. That stuff. Which is really annoying. I mean, it does it sometimes. I probably didn't shake it well enough. And usually a second coat sorts that out, so we'll do that, and well, we'll see what happens, shall we? I'll bring you back when I've done that. Right, okay, so I've largely sorted out the white powdery finish from the varnish. Said like 2 coats, most of it's gone. Good enough. I've put the rudder on. So now I think, yeah, I think we're almost ready for decals. Yeah, I think we'll do decals next. I need to touch up some of the paint on the underneath and put the propellers on the engine cells, and yeah, be ready for be ready to do the decals. So that's exciting. So yeah, I'm going to do those few little bits, and then I'll bring you back. See you in a minute. Well, that's the little bulbous thing replaced on the underside. I'm pretty sure I've got it too far forward, but never mind. I should have referenced it a little bit better, but never mind. Looks alright. It's on there with super glue. What's the betting on knock it off at least once before I finish? But yeah, I think we're just about good to go for decals now. So cool. Yeah. So I've got the engines together. They'll go on after. Once they've been decaled, and it's had another coat of, I'm going to use that varnish again. Well, use that this time. and then we'll do some weathering. So yeah, let's crack on and do a little bit of that, I think. Alright, well that's the starboard wing done, looking pretty good. Yeah, a couple of the a couple of them seem to be a bit short, but that's the numbers that it said it was, so yeah, it's just gonna have to do. But I think it looks alright. Yeah, I was very fortunate that the one I'm doing was part of Group C, so I didn't have to try and find an appropriate triangle there, so that's pretty cool. This means I'll have them for the tail as well. Yeah, well, I'm going to call it a night now and come back to this tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you then. Alright, so I'm making a headway on the port wing. These lovely old decals. Yeah, the long one here, I hate doing long decals at the best of times, but this one's split in two places as it was soaking. It's really annoying, so it's as straight as I can get it without, because every time I try and manipulate it, it just gets worse now, so I'm just going to leave it at that and crack on. Also, yeah, because of their age, the edges are silvering quite nicely, so I'm hoping that a coat of varnish at the end will deal with that. We'll have to see. A little bit annoying, but you know what? I don't know how old this kit is. You know, it's not. I think it's probably at the youngest it will be, you know, say 1990s. So that's getting on for 30 years old. But yeah, yeah, I'll crack on, and yeah, so I've just got the one goes there, the long one there, the USAF badge, and then the fuel ports, and that'll be that wing done. So I'll bring you back when that's done. Alright, port wing done. Hopefully that USAF badge will conform to the rivets nicely. The triangle on the other side did, so I'll give that some hours to dry and set up. I think I'm going to go and play with the model railway. Alright, used a bit of artistic license with that one, the Claire. No actual guide on the instructions for is available as to yeah, where that needs to go. Yeah, so that's, I just thought, right, it can go underneath that front window, because that's where quite often, if they were going to write names, it would go underneath there. But yeah, got the side stencils done, and I got that was all individual numbers. I know the 4's a little bit lower than what it should be, but I'm going cross-eyed here. That's close enough. This side's not going to be displayed anyway, because the nose art's on the other side on this one. So yeah, let's turn around and then do the other side. Woohoo! Right, okay, so the starboard side done. Bit better job on the lettering on the numbers this time, I think, even though that 7 is a bit too far over to the right. But yeah, all the decals on for the side, and the nose art. I like that one. Yeah, that's all come up pretty well, so let that dry overnight, and then we'll do the underside. Yeah, put the engines on, and it'll be time for a final coat of varnish, and then some weathering. So yeah, I'll bring you back when she's ready for varnish. Right, okay, not that you'll be able to see them, but all the underside stencils are on, which will complete the decals. So yeah, the badge is on there. Unfortunately, that split getting it off the paper is very annoying, but never mind. So yeah, let that dry for a couple of hours, maybe overnight, see how I feel, and then we'll give that a final coat of lacquer. Hopefully this stuff will get rid of all the silvering. I really hope it does, because I'm not happy with how silvery these decals are, but never mind. Can't do an awful lot about it. So yeah, let that dry, stick the engines on, give her a varnish, and then we can look at doing some weathering. So I will bring you back when I've done that. Right, so she's got the props on. They all kind of turn. That one's a bit stiff, but the others work. Yeah, the lacquer has, or varnish, has got rid of most of the silvering. Yeah, there's still a little bit in places, which is yeah, a little bit annoying, but you know, can't do a great deal about it now. So yeah, I'm going to do some weathering. So there's going to be some, yeah, a bit of oil stains coming out of these vents, maybe something coming out here. I'm going to scratch up the front edge of the wings, the top front edge above the where the rubber balloon bit is. A little bit of dry brushing silver round there on the wing fronts and round the tops of the engine cowls. Yeah, and then obviously underneath we'll do some exhaust staining, and we'll do some on the top and bottom of the rear stabilisers as well. And then we'll put the guns in and take the masking tape off the windows. So yeah, I'm going to do a bit of that, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, well, I made a bit of an epic cock up. I accidentally let the top of the wing rest on my finger, and I ripped up that decal. It's really annoying because it's still a bit sticky. But I don't know how well the camera's picking it up. There's a few sort of oil leaks coming out there. There's one on the top of that engine. And then underneath, got some exhaust stain going on. A little bit of an oil leak from that undercarriage. Yeah, that'll do, I think. Give that a while to dry, and then it will be time to get that out of the way. Yeah, that will be time to take the masking tape off and attach the guns. So that's pretty cool, and then I'll probably call it. So yeah, I will bring you back when I'm ready to do that. Right, okay, so I've pulled all the masking tape off, and I say it's looking pretty good. I've knocked the turrets off because I need to put the guns on them. Top turrets come out alright. Yeah, the ball turret needs a couple of little thin lines painted on it towards the front. Yeah, the nose is pretty cool. I've got the guns in that. I need to put the cheek guns in, and then glue the front on. And then obviously put the guns in the dorsal turret, the ball turret, and then the guns go in the tail as well. But I'm not going to do that now. It's getting late. I'm tired. It's bedtime. I need to touch up the yellow on the props as well. But yeah, on the whole, we're very nearly finished now. So next time you see it, probably be the final reveal, yeah, that'll be it. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Right, okay, so we got there in the end. That was a fun build, that. I enjoyed that. Shame about the raised detail on the skin of the aircraft, but that doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Doing the numbers on the tail was an adventure. On the whole, it's for its age, it's a nice kit. It goes together very well. There's a few issues, but what do you expect from old Revell? The aftermarket decals were pretty good. The ones that came with the kit were, well, for their age, perfectly fine, I suppose. There's a little bit of silver in here and there, but I'm quite happy with it. Just got to wait for the PVA glue to dry on that window, and hopefully that won't, the bubble won't pop this time. But we'll see. Yeah, so it's different having the nose art on the starboard side of the aeroplane rather than on the port. So that's pretty cool. yeah, I'm going to let that dry and take some photographs, and yeah, we'll call it a day on this one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and hopefully be back with another model build soon enough. Take it easy, people.